What is going on, everybody? Hope you're having a good day. Again, for the second time running, I am having a good day as well, because I'm thankful to say that it is the end of the sample drought that I was talking about a few videos back. I can't remember which video it was. It was the one called the sample drought, actually, believe it or not. But this is, as stated by the title, the end of the sample drought, because in the last record digging trip that I did, which was not really a trip, it was just me popping into the record shop, pretty routine really. I bought 4 records, some kind of movie soundtrack done by Herbie Hancock. The second one was, which I'm using the sample today, it's like called Modern Jazz, I've actually got it there, by John Lewis, Milt Jackson, Percy Heath, Kenny Clark and Connie Kay. I only know who Milt Jackson is on that one, but it all seems to work quite well. And then the last one, which I haven't listened to yet, is by Stan Getz, and I was looking for some stuff by him for quite a while, so I'm glad I found it. This one, it was kind of weird. I'll just play the kind of thing that's going on. It's all stuff like this. It sounds a bit depressing. I thought it sounded like something out of The Godfather. Anyway, I put the sample together. I was a bit skeptical about it at first because what I had to do, it was very slow. So what I had to do was actually pitch it up a few semitones, and that obviously lost some of the bass. I usually like pitching stuff down because it sounds more, it just sounds better really. But not in this case because I pitched it up. So the original pitch of the sample. And obviously, if you pitch it down, you get a bit more like grit, almost if it's coming from the SP1200, because it's obviously had to do a bit more computer processing and stuff. But we're at this thing. The only problem I've got with this sample is that there's a bit too much noise on it, but I guess that's just the way it is really. Can't really do anything about that. Yeah, we just ended up with this, and I kind of did it a bit more upbeat, played it just with each chords, and then those 2 chords are obviously the starting note and that start, but the first one has that bass note on, so I just alternate between having a really heavy bass and then a slightly lighter first chord. So I played it. Stuff like that. Then I actually couldn't actually be bothered to make any drums, and I also thought this drum loop was really cool because it's got the scratch at the end of it and a really heavy kick and stuff, which compensates for the lack of bass in the sample. It's off If I Ruled the World by Nas. So basically together all of that just sounds like this. I think it sounds quite cool, and on the speakers definitely when you ramp it up, the bass note definitely hits a lot harder, especially on that first note there. So I quite liked that. I mean that's basically the beat, so if you want to turn the video off now, fair enough, because there's not much being added to it apart from obviously some horns and then one of my favourite samples ever. It's not a main sample, it's just a top line, so I'll throw on the horns. Actually, that was another one. It's this one. And what I do, obviously, is put 12 levels on. Slightly after the snare. And then one of the things that you probably have only heard in one of my songs before, if you've listened to the Recollection album, is this sample off of a War record, and it's just it's almost it sounds a tiny bit like the Mobb Deep sample that they got from Quincy Jones that they used in Shook Ones, but this one's a lot more well, it's kind of, it's just a really longly sustained note, and it just holds the key of the chords. It's got that nice little lead into it, so you can kind of goes like this. You know, it comes up like almost like this. Oh, it's gone off now, but you know what I mean. It slides up, so here. You know, if you imagine the graph of that, basically. It's just quite cool to nod your head to, really. Yeah, and that's the thing about the beats. Although it isn't a super complex beat, it's got 4 things in it: the sample, drums, horns, and then note. It does sound quite cool. The only problem is that it's as I say with a lot of the things, it's a beat, not a song. You know, this is an 8-bar loop, and really only it's a 4-bar loop. I've just put in a different amount of horns every 4 bars, you know what I mean? Thanks for watching. If you're new around here, obviously subscribe, because we're trying to get to 1,000. I want to say before the channel's birthday on the 2nd of February, but unfortunately I have to announce after looking at the stats that I don't think that that's going to happen. Totally my fault, because I went on a kind of break, not really on purpose. It kind of just was an accident and then turned into being on purpose for 2 months. Where I didn't upload a video. So yeah, that's probably one of the main well, that is the main reason why we're not there yet. So if you're in the R.E.C subscriber movement, very sorry to let you down that there aren't more of you there. But you know, not much I've got to say about that really, apart from what I just said. Yeah, kind of rambling on a bit now. Hope you liked last week's video that was edited on Final Cut Pro. I actually had to re-edit it again because I realised that the screen recording was out of spec. It was too short and you had 2 small black bars at the side, which I thought would have been very annoying for you guys watching. So I had to edit the whole thing again. So I appreciate the effort that I put in there, so you didn't have to watch 2 stupid black bars like it was some kind of pre-widescreen movie from the 90s. Although that would fit, because these are beats from the 90s. But then again, I want the videos looking top notch. Yeah, anyway, just the usual: subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you in the next one.